Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be going over the different creatives for Snapchat ads, how to upload them, what ads actually work, and I'll also share with you some results of some ads that actually helped us generate over $12,000 in revenue with only $313 in ad spend. So I hope you like this video, and if you want to watch this whole tutorial in full, I actually recorded a full Snapchat ads A to Z video. I'll leave that link in the description. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into this video as to how to create a Snapchat ads creative and what creatives actually work. Over here, as you can see, we are at the ad level, right? So now we're basically creating the actual ad. It'll see the errors that you actually need to do. So as you can see here, we haven't done anything. So we have all these errors. But if you have any errors after you're done with the ad, it'll tell you here's what you need to do. So as you can see here, we're going to go ahead and do all of these different things. So the first thing you want to do is you want to name your ad. And here, to name your ad, the name that you want to name it is the name of the actual creative. So whatever this creative is, you're going to want to go ahead and name this. That way, when you're looking at, let's say, 5 different creatives, you know exactly which creative you're looking at. So let's say for this example, we're just going to go ahead and title this creative, let's do creative number 1, okay? Just for the sake of this video, creative number 1. Here's going to be your public profile. Here's the headline. So the headline, you guys, is going to be right up here. So we'll go ahead and just make this headline. This is an example ad, okay? Just so I can show you where this would look like. So as you can see here, you guys, this is where it looks like. And it looks like you have a limited amount of characters. So you have 34 different characters that you can put here. And again, this is going to be right under your public profile name. It's going to be right here, small text. So again, here, this is where you put your headline. For this case, we just put this is an ad. And then over here, you have your content. So you can upload content, you can create content, and you can browse. We're going to go ahead and come right back to this. Let's go ahead and fill this out first. So for call to action, if we go ahead and take a look, we have apply now, book, buy tickets, donate, get more, listen, or order now. So we have order now, we have play, pre-register, we have shop now. So for the purpose of this, we're just going to go ahead and do shop now. But as you can see here, depending on if you're selling a product or if you are offering any types of service, you have a whole bunch of different options that you can actually use. So we'll go ahead and keep shop now. And as you can see here, we have shop now right here. And now here we have the website. So let's go ahead and just pull up the website that we are going to use. And for the sake of this video, we're just going to go ahead and use our client's example. So we'll go ahead and put the website here. And awesome. So now as you can see here, when you click on this, this is going to be the website. So you can also build a URL parameter. I highly recommend you do this. If you don't know what URL parameters is, I have another video explaining how we do that for Facebook ads. It's still going to be very much the same. The link is going to be in the description. Make sure you go ahead and watch that. And again, the purpose of URL parameters, you guys, is to basically get better tracking. And what basically this includes is you're not only going to get tracking within Snapchat, you also can track these results within Google Analytics, right? Or a third-party software such as Wicked Reports or Hyros. So that's what URL parameters is. It's basically an extra layer of tracking, and I highly recommend you do this because if you don't know, the new iOS update basically is leaving out a whole bunch of purchases that people are actually purchasing, and then it's not tracking them. So we highly recommend that you build URL parameters. That way you can track this stuff within Google Analytics or another third-party software, as I just mentioned. And to understand how to do that, I have a video that will be in the description of this video. So make sure you go ahead and watch it after that as to how to build URL parameters and how to track your ads, whether that be on Snapchat or Facebook. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and scroll down. And as you can see here, we have autofill. So it says autofill allows you to collect information from Snapchat interest in your business. The following fields are supported by autofill and must be visible. So we'll just go ahead and keep this blank for now, you guys. We're not going to go over it. Let's see what else we have here. We have swipe up tags. We have impression tags. So great. So now we're done here. Now let's just go back to the actual creative. Again, this is very, very important, you guys. You have to have solid creatives in order for Snapchat ads to work. This is not like Facebook where you can just upload an image and hope that it does good. You have to have solid creative. So let's go ahead and click on browse and see what kind of options are available to us. So when you click browse, as you will see here, these are different types of creatives that you already created. So as you can see here, these are images that we created for this specific client. Again, I just mentioned you shouldn't do images, but for us, these images actually worked really great. We were able to generate $12,000 off of $300 ad spend with these images. And the reason these worked great is because you got to think of the nature of the business. If you're selling a product, it's different than a cosmetic dental clinic. For a cosmetic dental clinic, one of these images, I believe it was this image brought him 2 clients that booked a Hollywood Smile. And that Hollywood Smile here in Egypt cost anywhere between $3,000 to $6,000. So you can imagine he spent like $150 or almost $200 to get 2 people to pay him over. So 3,000, 6,000 on average, let's say 4,500. So $9,000 from one image. Now, why is that? The reason that is because this is a dental clinic, right? So as you can see here, we put a before and after. So when people see this, and we're targeting people that are interested in dental clinics or interested in a Hollywood Smile, you can see the difference. These teeth are horrible and now they look great. So that worked great for us. For you guys, if you're selling a product or a service, I recommend that you actually have videos where you're pitching your service or videos where you're actually showcasing your product. So you shouldn't just upload an image. Again, test everything, but I highly recommend you have videos in place, because just because you see these images here does not mean that it will work for you. Again, the nature of this business is different than if you're selling a product or a service. But we'll go ahead and actually choose this video right here. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the kind of video that we put together. So we'll go ahead and play it right now. So as you can see here, we have the swipe up, and as you'll see here, these are images that we converted into videos. So here we basically have a really awesome offer where we're telling them they can get 50% off, call for more, and then we have before and after images. And again, it says only 49,000 pounds. And as you can see here, this is the ad. And this ad, believe it or not, again, did really great. All of these ads put together generated him over $12,000 within a matter of 14 days on $300 ad spend. So as you can see here, this is the type of creative that we put together. Again, he didn't have a video that we can use, so we went ahead and put these creatives together and turned them into a video. And as you can see here, this is the creative. Now, we'll go ahead and just use this creative for the sake of this video. But you can also get inspirations as to what kind of creatives work. I'm actually recording a video. By the time you're watching this, it probably will be up as to what types of creatives work for e-commerce as well as info products. So make sure that you check the description of this video to go ahead and watch that video. And in that video, I'm basically going to be showing you more than 20 different types of creatives for e-commerce and info product. That way you can get inspiration from them and hopefully put something together very similar. It's going to be different creatives that are actually backed by data as to these creatives have worked for other brands, what bigger brands are doing, and so on and so forth. Now, once we actually have the creative in place, we will go ahead and click review and publish. And when you click review and publish, here is going to give you all the information. So as you can see here, this ad is going to start on 3/25. Today is the 24th. We scheduled it for the 25th. So again, we scheduled it for the day after at 12:01 p.m. That way, the $50 that we're spending a day could spend throughout the whole day. And then in terms of audience, here it shows us audience number 1. As you can see here, ad is running indefinitely. We're spending $50 a day. The goal is to swipe up. The bid strategy is auto bid. And then that is that. So once we do that, we're going to go ahead and click publish, and the ad is going to go live. Now, we're not going to go ahead and publish this because, again, I'm recording this just so I can teach you guys exactly how to run a Snapchat ad. But once you actually go ahead and publish it, remember I said this is how we test different audiences and different creatives. Well, this is exactly what you would do. Once you publish this ad, you're going to go ahead, go to the ad set level. And within the ad set level, you're going to go ahead and click on these 3 dots, and you're going to click on duplicate ad set, right? And now here, as you can see, it says duplicate ad set. And it'll also duplicate the ads within the ad set, right? So now you'll have 2 different ad sets, right? And within the 2 different ad sets, you'll have the same exact ad. So for this ad set, you can go ahead and name it. So as you can see here, the first one is audience number 1. So we're going to go ahead and title this audience number 2. All right. And once we do that, we're going to go ahead and click duplicate. And now, as you can see here, you guys, we have audience number 1, and then we have audience number 2. Now, once you do this, what you're going to want to do is go down to the audience number 2. And here is where you're going to keep everything the same. The only difference you're going to be switching is the variable that you want to test. So in this case, let's go down to these predefined audiences. And as you can see here, we were testing an audience number 1, lifestyle fitness enthusiasts, and then lifestyles and gamers. So we'll go ahead and cancel these. And then now we're going to go ahead and test the second type of audience that we want to go ahead and test. So we'll go ahead and scroll down. So let's say, for example, we're testing foodies. All we're going to do is come down to foodies and click on the audience that we want to test. And now we know that audience number 2 is going to be foodies. You can even go a step further and title this, let's say, foodies. That way you know this is exactly the type of audience that you're targeting. And then over here you can title this whatever the audience that you're targeting. In this case, we'll title it fitness. So now, as you guys can see here, this is exactly the best way to target. And the reason that is because everything is the same. The only difference that we're changing is one variable, which in this case would be the actual detailed targeting. Over here we are targeting lifestyle, fitness, and then over here we are targeting people that are food enthusiasts, as you can see here, right? Now, let's say you want to test different countries, right? So as you can see here, we have United Kingdom, United States. Maybe in audience number 1, you want to test United Kingdom, and audience number 2, you want to test United States. Again, it's going to be the same thing. All you do is click on these 3 dots, duplicate ad set, and the thing that you're going to change is that one variable, which in this example would be the actual state. So that is exactly, guys, how you would test different ad sets. And I recommend you do it this way because we've realized that this is by far the best way to test it. It's a little bit more accurate, and it's a little bit more hands-on as opposed to allowing Snapchat to do the A/B testing itself. Now, one other thing I want to show you guys, because I said this is going to be an in-depth video, I want to show you how you would test different creatives. So the way you would test different creatives is you would come down to the creative itself. Now, one thing I should tell you is before you duplicate this creative and test this creative, I recommend that you don't duplicate the ad sets just yet. So for example, right now we just duplicated the ad set and we changed the variable to foodies. Before you do that, you want to make sure that you duplicate the ad within the first audience that you're testing. So before you duplicate fitness, duplicate the ad set. That way, when you go ahead and duplicate the ad set as a whole, you're going to go ahead and have all of these different creatives within that ad set. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go ahead and delete this, okay? So remove ad set. So we just went ahead and removed the foodies, right? So again, we want to test different creatives and we want to test different audiences as well. So you don't have to keep creating the same ad twice or maybe 3 times. You want to go ahead and duplicate the ads first. That way, when you duplicate the ad set, you're going to have all of those different ads within that ad set. So you only need to create it once. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean. We'll click on this and we'll go ahead and click on duplicate ad. And as you can see here, now we have a different ad, right? Let's go ahead and name this. Let's go ahead and first name this. That way you know exactly what this is. So we'll go ahead and scroll down to this right here. We'll call this yellow background, okay? So again, here is going to be yellow background. And then this one right here, as you can see, we duplicated it. Everything is the same. And we're just going to go ahead now and change the creative. So as you can see here, we're going to come down to the creative in the second ad set, in the second ad. We'll click on this trash can button and then we'll click on browse and we're going to choose another image that we actually went ahead and already put together. So let's go ahead and choose this one. So as you can see here now, we just went ahead and changed the ad, right? So we changed the ad within the ad set, okay? Now what we're going to do is change the name of this. So let's do before, let's title this before/after. So as you can see here now, we have before and after, okay? Now we have 2 ads within the ad set. Now let's say we want to test another ad. Same thing here. We'll go ahead and duplicate this and click on duplicate. Click on these 3 dots, duplicate. We'll come down to the one that we just duplicated and we will go ahead and just change the ad. Okay, so we'll click on browse and we'll choose another image. So in this case, let's do this one right here. And as you can see here, we just went ahead and changed the actual ad. Now we want to go ahead and title it. That way we know exactly what we're looking at. So for this one, let's just call it black background. Just for the sake of this video, okay? Black background, okay, awesome. So as you guys can see here on the left-hand side, we have the ad set that we just created, which is fitness. And then we have 1, 2, 3 different ads. Now, this is what I mean by don't duplicate the ad set until you actually have all the ads that you want to test. So as you can see here, we're going to be testing all of these 3 different ads. And so that we don't have to keep creating these ads all over again, you want to create them first, like you did here, once. And then what you want to do now to test the ad set is click on these 3 dots at the ad set level and then click duplicate ad set. And as you can see here now, we're duplicating the ad set and it says duplicate ad set and ads, 3 ads in this ad set. So what that's basically doing is that instead of us having to create all these 3 different ads all over again, we can go ahead and just duplicate the ad set and the ads will be included within the ad set. Now, if you don't want to include the ads, you just go ahead and highlight this. But I recommend you don't do that because if you're testing 2 different ad sets, let's say we're testing fitness audience and then we're testing food audience, and you have different creatives in both, you're going to get bad data as to which one is working best. because maybe this audience worked great, but the other audience didn't work great because the ads were different. So you want to make sure that you're testing the same ads against two different types of audiences so that you're basically isolating variables, right? The ads are the same, the audience is different. If audience A did better than audience B, that means audience A is better than audience B. Because again, the variable is the actual audience as opposed to the actual ad. So as you can see here, 3 ads in this ad set, and then go ahead and click duplicate. And as you can see here, you guys, now we have the second ad set that we duplicated. So again, we'll go back and we'll go ahead and switch the variable. So we'll go ahead and go to the predefined audience, cancel these, and then we'll go ahead and click select category, and we'll go ahead and choose foodies, okay? And then you wanna make sure that you scroll back up here and title this audience. So we'll title it foodies, right? Okay, now as you guys can see here, we have the fitness audience that we're testing, and then we have the foodies audience that we're testing. And then within each ad set, we have 3 different ads, right? 3 different ads that are all the same in both ad sets. And that, you guys, is exactly how you test different ads in different ad sets. That's how you would duplicate them and how you would duplicate them effectively. As you can see here, if we didn't create these ads first, we would have actually had to go ahead and create these ads again within the foodies. But because we created the ads first and then we duplicated the ad set, we didn't have to create them all over again. We already have them here. As you can see here, the yellow background, we have the before and after, and then we have the black background. And once you're done with that, you guys, you're gonna go ahead and click on review and publish, and that would be it. It's going to take anywhere between 1 hour to 24 hours for Snapchat to approve your ads. And that is how you can go ahead and create a Snapchat creative. If you want to watch the full tutorial for this video, I'm gonna leave the link in the description. It's a Snapchat ads tutorial from A to Z, walking you through every single step, as well as the creative, which we just mentioned here. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you in the next one.